Yo, welcome back. I'm not gonna be completing anything for a while, so while I wait, I'm gonna do something probably really boring and that no one is gonna watch. I'm gonna rank all the numbers 0 to 100. I know it has like everything up to, 999? 999. I'm only ranking those up to 100. Maybe I'll do more. I don't know. First off, 0. 0's pretty I guess there's some use in it. I mean, there's a lot of uses in it. It's pretty okay, I guess. And then now we're getting into the real juicy stuff. Crap. With 1. 1 is amazing. Probably not even amazing. It's godsend. It's prime, but it's also not prime. It's composite, but it's also not composite. It's really weird, and I like that about it. That's instantly godsend digit. Number 2 is pretty smooth. Ah, crap. Crap, what happened? Two is amazing, and here's why. It's one of the coolest numbers to write out. I'm not saying it's the best. And also first even number. Even numbers are great. I love even numbers. On the other hand, 3. 3 is right up there with 2. 3 is like trilogies. 3 is Zeus, Poseidon, Hades. 3 is Father, Son, Holy Spirit. 3 is a lot of different things. Heck, I'd even put 3 above 2. I said it. 3 is better than 2. Now 4. Everyone knows 4. Who does not know 4? 4 is one of the smoothest numbers. Not to mention, it's square. Not only that, it's a square number. This thing is practically the squarest a square, as the squarest a number can be. And for that, it's getting godsend digit. Not really up there with 1. But it's up there. Now, 5. 5 is It's pretty mid. I know that there's but there's this whole thing about 5, and it's like really common, and you rounded with 5. And no, stop. 5 ain't that great. It's getting mid. Now 6. Oh, where to start with 6? First off, godsend digit. Straight up there, zooming to the top. And I will say this. Not only is it even, and even numbers just hit me in a spot where it's amazing, but it's also 1 plus 2 plus 3. It's also 1 times 2 times 3, which means that it's a factorial and a triangular number. Not to mention, it's got all these other cool properties about it, which I would go into depth about, but let's be real. This video is barely going to get any views anyway, so I'm just not going to. And move on to 7. 7 is like the number. You know, everyone's like, oh, my favorite number is 7. Oh, because it's so lucky. It's got all these lucky properties about it. Well, there are a lot of things that are 7. 7, 8, 9. 7 days of the week. 7 C's, which there are like 6, I do believe. They don't know how to count. What else is there about 7? Not only is it the pinnacle lucky number, 7 days of the week, 7, 8, 9, 7 wonders of the world. Personal bias, and also just the amount of things about 7 is putting it in amazing. Now 8. 8's right next to 5. Honestly, there's not really that many things I can think of for 8. It's just kind of there. A gap between 7. Something so many things are about. Then there's 8. And then there's 9. 9 is a square. It's a multiple of 3. I like 3. I like 6. 9 is completing the trilogy. I say it's better than 7. And now, rounding off the single-digit numbers. Not really rounding off. 9 was rounding off the single-digit numbers. 10. Our whole counting system is based on 10. If that's not something worthy of going above 4, something so perfect and rotund as a number as 10. And then there's 11. First off, 7-Eleven. That's why I'm putting it here. But also just the fact that it's straight up better than 2, I do believe. Actually, I don't think it's better than 2. Yeah, 2 can go there. 11 is at the bottom of amazing. Maybe even the top of okay. And here's why. It's good to write out. It's just 11, done. There's 11-11. There's 7-Eleven. There's the one that I should probably not say. And just the fact that it's a pretty cool number. Did you know that if you multiply 2 11s together, you get 121? And if you multiply 2 111s together, 111s together, you get 12321. That's cool. That's cool. It's top of okay there. And 12, I'm going to say right here. Due to the sheer fact that it has time on its side. There are 12 segments to a clock. There are 24 hours a day. And that's divisible by 12 last time I checked. And also dozens. Dozens are pretty cool. And now we get on to what I do believe is going to be the lowest ranking so far. 13 is mid-est. The sheer reason why I'm not putting it in skip is because it's got Baker's dozen going for it, even though no one uses that. 14. One of the numbers of all time. Name one thing important about 14. I'll wait. Yeah, that's right, nothing. Mid-er. 15. 15's great. I've got really nothing to base this off of. 15's just really cool. It's getting okay. 16 gets that immediate boost for being a square. Bottom of amazing. Because not only is it a square, it is the square of a square. Because it's the square of 4. And 4 is already a really good number, so that's just 4 4s in a row. That's amazing, if you dare ask me. 17. 17 is an iffy subject. I don't even know what 17 is about. No good things really have 17. Now, do they? Anyways, going right to 18. 18 is going right next to 12. Simply because of something that I have yet to talk about. Factors of numbers. 18 has so many factors. It's got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. That's 6. That's the most factors of any other number I've listed on this list, I do believe. Wait a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. It's got as many factors as 12 after doing a little recount. But the sheer fact that it's bigger is giving it the edge over 12. So 18 just over 12. 19. I do not like 19. If we're thinking about this in terms of ages, 18 is like everyone's looking up to 18. Oh, I wish I could be 18. I want to marry and I want to drive cars and stuff. 16 is when I drive cars. 13 is when I'm officially a teenager. 21 is when I can go to Vegas. 19 is just there. And keeping on this age, 20's okay. It's fine. It's there. It's fine. I don't really have anything to say about 20. 21. 21 is going right under 3, and I'll tell you why. Blackjack. 21 is looked up to because you always want 21 in games. 21 is just a game kind of number. Not to mention, it's 3 sevens added together, so, like, gotta put it up there. 22 is mid. It's divisible by 11, and 11's pretty cool, I'll give it that. But other than that, not really anything standing out to me. 23 is garbage. I'm not even talking about it. 24. 24 is going right above 18 and 12. And I'm going to talk about factors again. 24 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. And then what else do we have? Oh, yeah. 12 and 24 itself. 8 factors. That is more than any other number I've listed. That's a lot of factors. So not only is that giving it the edge over 18 and 12, it's also just a very round and even number. But whoops. Whoa. Crap, what happened? But 25. 25 is right above 3. And you might be asking, hey, why is this getting such an edge over the other square numbers? And I'll tell you why. Not only is it a square number, it's also a multiple of 5. 5, as you know, is, of course, mid. But I think I'll just move 5 up to here, just because of the sheer fact that it's got 25 going for it. 25 is like the quarter number. You got 25% of something, that's a quarter. A quarter is 25 cents. 25% is 25. 25 is so round in its own completely unique way. And I cannot say the same for 26, which is mid. 26 is just there. And I don't like saying this as often as I'm saying this, but it's just there. It's just there. Speaking of things that are just there, 27. But 27 has a slight edge, because it's a cube number. Cube number is anything raised to the power of 3. 8 is a cube number. 27 is a cube number. 64 is a cube number. And we'll get to 64 later, because 64 is really cool. 28 is kind of where things start going downhill for the 20s. It's been going strong except for 23. But 28 is where it really starts going downhill. I don't really know anything else to say for 28. It's just there. 29 is just nosediving. The only thing I can think of that 29 has going for it is that it's the amount of days in February when it's a leap year. That's okay. That's pretty cool. But it's just there. It is just there. And then 30. Oh my goodness, 30. Things are starting to look up. After 28 and 29, 30 is where it really starts picking up. 30 is only okay, but there are some really good numbers in the 30s. For example, 31 is right above 5. Because just like my reasoning for 12, 31 has time going for it. It's the amount of days in a standard month. And you might be asking, well, so is 30. And also that's even, which is a really good point, which is why it's going over 20. I changed my mind. People can do that. 32. 32, there's just this inexplicable feeling of evenness that comes from 32. And I will not try. I will explain that feeling of evenness. It's a power of 2. Also, 32 is not going in mid. I'm just putting it there as of now. 32 is a power of 2. 2, as you know, is one of the evenest numbers. And 4 is 2 squared. 8 is 2 cubed. 16 is 2 to the power of 4. And 32 is 2 to the power of 5. If you see 25 in its ranking, the only reason I put 25 up there is that it is 5 squared. And 32 is just that, but more even, and also incorporates 2. That's another God-sent digit right there. I dare say that goes up above 10. And 33 does not fail to disappoint in this scale. 33 is up here for reasons I just cannot express. 33 has just something going for it that makes me think, dang, 33, you know? Exactly. Not really better than 10 or 4, but 33 is another God-sent digit. 34 kind of ruins this a little bit. It's kind of mid. But 35, again, 5s, 25, this adds on a whole other element of 7. Because not only is it 5, it's 5 times 7. 5 times 7. That's giving it a distinct edge. I'm putting it above 9. Anyways, here we have it. What I believe is the peak of numbers in the 30s. 36 is truly what I believe is something incredible. Not only is it a square, it's a multiple of 9. And it is 6 squared. 6 is currently top dog of the list. And 36, I do believe, dethrones 6 as best number. So far. We've got others. Oh, whoops. 37 is kind of 34, but a lot worse. I dare say it is worse than 23. 23's got like nothing going for it, but 37 has nothing going for it. Yeah. 37's just kind of bad. 38 starts picking it up. 38's okay. Better than 27, dare I say better than 5. Because 38 is just genuinely pretty cool. In terms of 30s, 39 is kind of the middle ground of the 30s. Not saying that it's not good. In fact, it's pretty cool. Because it's one of the rare instances that it's got a pattern going for it. And I'm not talking about things like, 1, 2, 5, 6. No. 3 and 9. What are the correlation between those numbers? 9 is 3 squared. 39. And not only that, it is 3 times 13. 2 3-based numbers. 13, which is pretty okay, and 3, which was this close to reaching God's sent digit, which it didn't, but, like, all the power to you, I guess. 40. 40's okay. It's just okay. There's nothing really going for it. It's eh. It's eh. 41. Mid. The 40s are kind of a roller coaster. The 40s, no one truly knows what's going on with the 40s. And I just realized 63 is misplaced on this list. There's some really low points, like 41. And there are some really high points. For example, 42 is better than 21. Not only is it 21 times 2, the roundest number, which I'm just realizing makes it pretty high up there. 42 is also, dare I say, the meaning of life. And not only that, 2 is 4 squared. 4 is 2 squared. It's got what 39 has for it, makes it better, and then all of a sudden adds a whole new element of 21 in there. Back to the low points, 43 is pretty mid, because I have no idea what to say of it. 44 is pretty amazing. 41, better than 39, but not better than 16. It's a multiple of 11. 11 is cool. It's even. Evenness is cool. And it's also 4. And 4 is God tier. All those combined together put it here. And 45, again, does not disappoint. I say it's better than 7. And here's why. It's a multiple of 9. First off, that's just the little squirt of barbecue sauce on this fat, juicy chicken that is 45. Because, as of current, we've only been talking about arithmetic appliances to these numbers. 45 is not only numeric, it's also geometric. 45 degrees, half of 90 degrees. 45, 90, 45 triangles, where 2 sides are x and the diagonal is square root is x. I do believe it is square root of x, but feel free to correct me. 45 is really cool. And I feel like I need to make a change to this. 45 is better than 9. I said it. I've said it. 46 is okay. It is even. Yes, I'll give it to it. Which makes it better than 34. But there's nothing really else I can say about 46. Same thing for 47, but it does not have that evenness factor going for it. Now, 48 is amazing for the sheer fact that the good old, what's it called? The good old rhyme that led to the creation of 48. 6 and 8 went on a date and were told to be back before 8. This is the child. This is the child of 6 and 8. And it is only appropriate that it is put between them. 49. Really ending off the roaring 40s. I know that that's not it. With a bang. God sent digit. So far, we have had at least one representative from every group except the 20s. We've got the ringleader 36 being a representative of the 30s, with 32 and 33 following suit. We've got 6 leading in the 1 and the 4. 49 being the sole stander for the 40s, and 10 being 10. And me now realizing that, I'm moving 25 up to Godsend. Not as good as 49. No, not as good as 49. But it's up there as a representative from the 20s. And we're kicking the 50s off with a godsend digit here. This has the same thing going for it as 25 and then some. 25 is, 25%, a quarter. 50 is a half. A whole half. 50%. 1 over 2. I don't know what else to say about it. 50 is good. 50 is good in my eyes. 51 is okay. Can't really think of anything that 51 really has going for it. And, hindsight being 2020. I'm moving up 26. And you're going to see why with this next number. 52. 52 is up above 44. I personally love card games. And 52 has a significance when it comes to cards. It is a full deck, not including jokers. That would be 54's job. But 54 is not as good because it's not as known. 52 is up and amazing. And you might be wondering, hey, why'd you move up 26? First off, stop talking in that fake voice. And second off, 26 is a half deck. Which, of course, puts it here. But 52 is just trumping it in every way. 53 is bad. Very bad. 54 was almost on the same boat as it. Until I brought up the deck thing. Which immediately moved it up because it's a full deck including jokers, which I already talked about. 55 is cool. Not necessarily there. Of course, it's got 11 going for it, but it's also a multiple of 5. And 5 is very good. As we've covered. 5 is good. And 56 ruins what 55 had going for it. It had everything. It had the 5-ness. It had the 11-ness. It had the congruency. And 56 took that and added 1. More may be good in some cases. But not in this one. Not in this one. 57. 57 is in skip counting these. Not only is it there, it is worse than 53. It is worse than 23. It is worse than 37. And yes, it is worse than 19. Yes, 57 has managed to be the worst number on this list so far. And I feel like I didn't really just explain how I'm going to sort these numbers. But I'll just add something in the front of the video. I hope I remember to do that. 58's okay. It's round. I'll give it that. And it's also including 8. And 8's okay. But it's not really that good now, is it? How many things have 8 in them? I mean, 58 in them. Not that many. And 59 is just 58's worst sequel. Because again, there's nothing really there about 59. Except for the fact that it leads up to 60. And 60. You guys know hexagons? Yeah, you probably do. Hexagons are super cool. If you draw lines connecting opposing inner vertices and measure the angles, the interior angles, they all add up to 60. It's like 45's older brother. And it's super cool. 61's okay. 62's also okay. 63 is better than both of them, but it's still okay. It's a very long streak of numbers before we get to it. 64. I told you that 36 was one of the best numbers. 64 is a version of 36 that is oh so much better. Not only is it ever so round, it's a part of the 60s, which 60s are really cool. There are 2 more things that make it this much good. First thing, it's 2 to the power of 6. And if that was enough to put 32 up here, it's enough to put 64 up here. Not to mention it's 2 to the power of 6. Of 6, which we've already established is the coolest single-digit number. Secondly, base 64, and yes, I'm going there, is an amazing way to count. Yeah, there's base 2 and base 3, but base 64 allows you to talk and have it translated into a number. The word go in all capitals is, I do believe, the number 2,737. Imagine telling someone to 2,737 to go pick up their clothes from the laundromat. That's cool. That's very cool. So 64 is deserving of God Ascent Digit. And, crap, what? Huh? And, give me a sec. I'm going to make a new category. And, just, give me a sec. And, let me just fix this. And go up here. This will be for the overall best number. I won't be ranking that now. It'll just be whichever one manages to snag the top spot. 65 is okay. Whoops. 65 is okay. Sure, it's a multiple of 5, and we've already established 5 is really cool. It's also a multiple of 13. 13's the middest of all the teen numbers. And we're excluding 19. Because 19, we don't talk about 19. 66 does not go there. 66 is okay. It takes what 11... You know what? It's not only okay. Now that I think about it, 66 is better than 24. And I'll tell you why. It takes what 11 has going for it. Its congruency, its neatness. And it multiplies it by 6. 6 is already a really good number. 6 is like top dog when it comes to single-digit numbers. And you are telling me that you multiplied that by 11. For that sleekness of those two 6s going together. Which is then ruined by 67. It had so much going for it. And it was ruined by adding 1. This is the same thing as 56, except on a much larger scale, which makes it worse than 56. I just realized I should probably rearrange these. There we go. 68 is okay. There's nothing really much for 66. I mean 68. You already know that this... You already knew this was coming. Pun intended. You already knew this was coming. I need not say why. I need not say how. The only thing I'll say is that it has rotational symmetry. And that is it. You figure out the rest on your own. 70. 70 is the Hachi Mama. Right there. It is amazing. It is amazing. 70 is really good. 71 is bad. Worse than 67. Worse than 56. It is the mid-ist. Worse than both of those. 72 is a little bit better. Given the fact that it is the child of two really good numbers. Those being 8 and 9. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, 8 is okay. 8 and 9. 72 is being placed right next to 9. 73 is okay. It's okay. It's just okay. Same thing with 74. But 75. Oh, 75. 75 is amazing. Not only that, I dare say it is better than 2. And here's why. It's 25, but bigger. It's 25's older and more experienced brother. It is not a quarter. It is not 2 quarters. It is 3 quarters. Very important. If we only had a quarter, a half, and 100, what goes in between a half and 100? Answer that. That's right. 3/4. 3/4. God, a cent digit. 76. After something so amazing. Like 70. 75, I mean. 76 is worse than 53, but better than 23. And that immediately gets ramified by 77. It's the same thing, same situation as 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, and 66. except it's also 7. Top of amazing. Top of amazing. And I'm just going to put this one also right there. 79 is just bad. Better than 53, I'll give it that. But it pales in comparison to 80. 80 is so good. I love 80. 80 is better than 77. I don't know why, but 80 is better. Than 77. And 81 easily beats 32. And here's why. 32 is 2 to the power of 5, right? 81 is 3 to the power of 4. 3, an already really good number, to the power of 4. To create such a behemoth. Not only that, it is the square of 9. It's 2 of these that had a kid, and that kid not only surpasses 32, it surpasses 1. 81 is better than 1. I will die on this hill. Gladly. And 82 is given the same treatment as 78, following up such an amazing number. And then we get to 84. Was there something before 84? I don't know. 84 is mid. It's just mid. 85 is mid-er. 86. Possibly one of the most disappointing even numbers. One of the worst numbers, I dare say, to have a 6 in it. And it is not ramified by 87. 88 is the one that redeems them both. Getting better than 42. Getting slapped right in between 66 and 76. And then we get to 89. Mid-est. But 90. Oh, 90. Oh, 90. 90 is just a beautiful number. Here's something I forgot to mention about 75. Yes, this pertains to 90. 45 is, 45 degrees. 60 is 60 degrees. 75 is 75 degrees. And that is in between 60 and 90. 90 is better than 69. 90 is better than 25. 90 is better than 50. 90 is a perfect right angle. If that and that alone does not score 90 a God-sent digit, better than 50, better than 25, dare I say better than 69, then I do not know what is. And as we get to the final stretch, things start to slow down. 91 is midder. 92 follows suit. 93 is a little bit worse than 39, just because it's switched around and is no longer in ascending order. 94 is okay. 95 gets better than 15. 96. There is something about 96. 96 is... 96 is a God-sent digit. Not only that, it beats 75, beats its younger brother 69, 25, 50, and 90 all in a row, jumps up to here, beats 49, 33, 4, 10, and 32. smashing through 1 and 81, beating the likes of 6, and beats 36. 96 is the second best number in this group. Not enough to topple 64, but it is up there. And that is immediately taken down by 97. The worst number. The worst number. Nothing on this list will be worse than 97. And then you have the final stretch. 98, which is just okay. 99, which is being put up there by the likes of 77. And there we have it. 100. The biggest number that I will rank today. If 25 is good, and 50 is great, and 75 is here, then 100. 100 is better than all of them, and 90. And 49. And 33. Because guess what? Not only is it 100%, $100 a full Benjamin, the head honcho. It is a square number. A square number at the top of this list. At the end of this list. That's what I meant. But there is only one best number. And that best number is 64. 64. The undisputed champion of numbers 1 to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, and option C, I thank you for watching this list from beginning to end. And if you just skip to the end to see the full list, here it is, from bottom to top. Worst number being 97, then 57, 19, 37, 23, 86, 87, 76, 53, 79, 83, 89, 71, 82, 78, 67, 56, 47, 41, 29, and 13, ending the middest tier. 92, 91, 85, 59, 51, 43, 28, 17, and 14, ending out the midder tier. 84, 62, 61, 63, 54, 58, 34, 46, and 22, ending out the mid-tier. 98, 94, 74, 73, 8, 68, 65, 40, 27, 5, 38, 31, 20, 30, 15, 90, 15, 95, 0, and 11, rounding out the okay tier. And in the amazing tier, we have 70, 55, 26, 93, 48, 39, 44, 52, 16, 7, 72, 9, 45, 60, 35, 12, 18, 24, 66, 21, 42, 88, 3, 2, 77, 99, and 88, rounding out the amazing tier. And God sent digits. 69, 25, 50, 75, and 90. 49 and 33. In 10th place, 100. In 9th place, 4. In 8th place, 10. 7th place, 32. 6th place, 1. 5th place, 81. 4th place, 6. 3rd place, 36. 2nd place, so close, 96. But number 1 top dog, square, cube, and ASCII itself, 64, winning the list. And with that, I end the video.